My Girl Scout Gold Award project was Project Quiet Room, and so I took the Tools for School program that the Merciful Help Center had already set up, and I took a part of it to make it accessible for people with disabilities. I envisioned my project to help not only people with the disabilities and financial need, but also to help the public become more comfortable with people with disabilities.
The reason I wanted to work so much with Gracie on this Girl Scout Gold Award project was because she has a special attribute of compassion. Tools for School takes place at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church property. We needed something called a quiet room for kids that need a quiet environment. Out of this room, 2 runners would go out after the person that sat and talked to the mom and knew what they needed would go out and find 2 book bags in the color that the child liked, 2 sets of school supplies, different colors of pocket folders, the paper products, books, 2 pairs of shoes in their size, and then socks and underwear, and 2 jacket choices. So they get all those opportunities to choose. And if it's too much, mom chooses, or if they don't fit, they all go back and new ones come.
My husband and I like to say she's an old soul. She's very compassionate. She loves helping people. She loves helping the underdog. I was able to see Project Quiet Room helping others.
She's been part of my Girl Scout troop. She is a friend to everyone. She saw the need in the community and she built a project around that. And the Quiet Room speaks to both of those, the kids in need and the kids that have special needs. And she wanted to make sure that they got the best experience, just like everyone else. And absolutely, she cares and wants them to have that same experience.
Oh, with your name and yes. In order to receive an education, you have to be involved in your education, and one of the ways that you can do that is through new school supplies. So not only is that going to affect the classroom itself and the atmosphere, but these students' lives.
The name of my project was Pike Rock the Vote, and as I've been going through high school, a lot of my friends have talked about not wanting to register to vote or not finding the importance of voting because they don't see anything in the political government being changed. I told them that if you're not registered to vote, then you can't really complain about what's going on in the government system because you're not attributing to anything being able to get changed.
Chloe tried to get as many Pike students as she could register to vote and then motivated to actually go out and vote. She spent a few weeks setting up posters and signs and doing a little bit of media around the school. And then she brought in some guest speakers to motivate students, let them know how important voting is, how the voting process works. She had students sign up in the cafeteria to vote. We signed up during government class and took them to the Marion County clerk to get them registered.
Well, Chloe's an outstanding young woman. I mean, you know, I'm going to be biased, it's my daughter, but everything she's done has been being a quiet leader. She's done things in church, she's done things in school, she's done things in the community, and she's been acclimated that it's a responsibility for her and for her generation to help us move along and help make a difference, and I think she tried to make a difference as best she can.
I thought it was important because I read some studies over the past years that there's been a decline in the amount of teens that have registered to vote or even voted in the past elections. I thought that maybe telling my friends about the importance of voting and my classmates would go out and tell other people, which would increase the amount of people that voted around my age group, which actually it did. Studies show that a lot more teens voted this year than past years.
It's a saying that you make a living by what you get, but you make a life by what you give. I think the fact that she learned to give something back and she wasn't alone in that probably resonated the most with her.
My Girl Scout Gold Award project was Shelters for Sun Safety. My project was shelters over the benches of a soccer field. I have had family members and coaches that have had skin cancer, and upon realization of that, it made me very aware of how much time I do spend in the sun. Skin cancer, it starts from a young age. If you don't protect yourself as a teenager and a young adult, you're more likely to get it when you're older. So I just wanted to make sure that people did know about the risks of skin cancer and how to prevent it and wearing sunscreen.
Having Whitney as a student in my building is a great, fantastic opportunity. I wish we could clone her. She's really a great young lady that had a lot of goals and a service, give back to the community type of person that always wanted to be involved with volunteerism. The feedback about the shelters here at Greencastle Soccer Complex, Demonnet Field, has been very great. When you build something, you take a lot of pride in it. There's a lot of people that helped out as Whitney organized it and orchestrated it to be completed.
Whitney is her class valedictorian. She's also a 3-sport athlete, soccer, track, as well as football. She kicked footballs for the football team. I'm very proud that she evaluated her school, found a need that's going to benefit a lot of people, and chose the project that she did. Sun shelters for the soccer team, as well as skin cancer awareness. I can't tell you the number of officials who officiate out here who have already complimented her on the thought that you've included us in your project, not just protect your players, but you're protecting us as well. I believe that the impact that Whitney's project had on people who are using it would include, first of all, providing a place for them to sit during practices or in between games to be protected from the sun.
Girl Scouts has helped me grow as a leader. It's really cool to know I am now joining the ranks of people who have done these absolutely amazing things in the world. It's inspired me to become more of a leader and to make sure that I'm always there for people when they need me.